Joining me from LA is YouTube sensation turned media and beauty mogul Michelle Phan. At just 27 years old, Michelle has an astounding number of business successes under her belt, including a makeup line, a beauty subscription service, and now a worldwide lifestyle network. She's also featured as one of Inc. Mag's 30 hottest up-and-coming entrepreneurs under 30. Michelle, thanks so much for joining.
YouTube beauty vlogger Michelle Phan's videos have gathered over 1 billion views. Her beauty startup Ipsy has over 1 million paid subscribers, and yesterday she stopped by the stock exchange here and we picked her brain about Icon, her new venture with Endemol Beyond, social video streaming like Meerkat, and more.
Hello and welcome to Real Biz. I'm Rebecca Jarvis here in New York City, and here's what's on our radar. She went from growing up on food stamps to building a nearly $100 million empire, and it all started on YouTube. Now she's the first woman to reach 1 billion views on YouTube. She has nearly 8 million followers, and her how-to makeup videos have become so successful, she has parlayed their popularity into her own L'Oreal makeup line and co-founded the company Ipsy. And by the way, she's just 27 years old. Michelle Phan is author of Makeup, Your Life Guide to Beauty, Style, and Success, online and off. For someone who thinks this is just a really good makeup artist, there's so much more to Michelle Phan than that.
I like to tell people I'm a good storyteller because makeup...
What is the single force that controls the quality of your life? If there was one gift our Creator has given us, or the universe, whatever you believe, what is it? What is the one power that you have right now in this moment that can change everything? You have it, I have it, we all have it. It's this one singular individual power that can change anything in our life, regardless of what's happened to us. And I know you know the answer. The answer is the power of choice. The one thing we have in this world is we can't control the events, but we can choose what to focus on, we can choose what things mean, and we can choose what to do. Those three choices, those three decisions really control our life. It's not so much the conditions of our life that control our destiny.
When you started, it was funny, when you started out, how did you think to do them in the first place?
I tried to apply for a job at a Lancome counter at a department store because I love beauty, I'm a beauty junkie, and I didn't get the job because I didn't have any sales experience. And so instead of just shutting that door, I decided to open my own laptop and film my own makeup tutorials and show my viewers how I did my own makeup. And since then, I mean, it's been such an incredible phenomenon. I haven't looked back. But that was really what inspired me to do it, was a setback. And I always tell my followers, you know, if something doesn't happen in life the way you plan it, sometimes it's the universe that's telling you to go in a different direction. And that led me to YouTube.
Are there a few decisions, if I were to ask you 2 decisions you made in your life, you know, that if you would have made a different decision, you would have had a totally different life? I mean, it may be, a life may have been better or may have been worse, I don't know, but you would have different lives.
Ipsy, I think it's at a run rate of more than $80 million a year right now.
Yes.
So it's huge. And you were 19 when you started this, waitressing, I believe, couldn't get a job at a makeup counter because you didn't have sales experience. What is your goal now? Because you've got so many businesses that you've built around this YouTube following.
I'm not asking you to buy into the fact that you should have known the answers. I just want you to see the power of a decision. How is your life better today because of a decision you made years ago, not just negative ones? Think about it. Sometimes a little decision changes your whole life. Like you decide one day to go to a certain school, and you go to that school, or to go eat someplace, and you bump into the person that becomes the love of your life. Or you meet someone, and you decide as a result of that you're going to become a photographer, or a software engineer, or a business person, or a doctor, a dentist, whatever. They impacted you, but you made the decision, that's what I really want. That's what my life's going to be about. And that decision has affected so much of your life. What you do, how you live your life, how you spend your time, what you earn or don't earn, you know, who you attract into your life, beliefs you have, all come from some of these little decisions.
And how did you get them to go viral? What do you think it was that you did? Because nowadays there's just so much content out there.
Right, there's a lot.
And there can be some great content that doesn't get recognition.
Right. I think I'm a huge believer in timing. You know, it was good timing, good storytelling, of course, and also pushing the envelope. I was one of the first to really do this, and I'm constantly evolving my videos. You're never going to see the same video 3 years ago compared to now. It's always going to be different. I'm very hands-on with it. And so I like to experiment a lot and tell different stories. And so I think that's one of the main reasons why I'm still relevant. However, when it comes to doing anything viral, no one really knows. There's no secret sauce to that. It's kind of like winning the lottery or when lightning strikes. You can't really predict it. You just know if it's going to happen.
Seek and you shall find. The secret is, have you become conscious about your decision making? Because this breakthrough session is really, you want to change your life, make new choices. New life comes from new choices, but you got to make conscious choices.
Or if it's not going to happen.
So when you look out at the world of how-to videos now, is there any space where you think that's a category that people could really own, that there isn't someone owning today?
I think honestly the internet has widened the market so much that the idea of niche market has evolved, the word itself. Niche doesn't mean 10 million or 10,000 followers. It can mean now 10 million followers. So I really believe that you can really find a niche audience in any category. If someone wants to just do nail art and only focus on Japanese nail art, someone can really own that market. If someone else wants to do beautiful lip looks, they can do that too. I mean, it's incredible to see how the internet has opened so many doors and possibilities, bringing.
For some people, they say, this situation happened with the economy, and what that means is I'm going broke. Somebody else said, the situation happened with the economy, guess what? That means I'm gonna work harder, I'm gonna be more creative, it changed everything. Everybody else is gonna quit, so we're gonna dominate the marketplace. For people to
me and helped me stay focused on my goals, which was to provide a better life for my family and also to inspire more girls to do what I do. I mean, it's such an incredible journey, and I want to share this to more people, because if I can do it, people can do it too, and they can probably do it better.
When you have that kind of a mindset, it shifts you. And Lance Armstrong, I mean, he was told things like, look, you got tumors here in your brain, you got them in your lungs, right? You got obviously in testicles, and you ride a bike for a living. That's pretty tough. But he made it through all of those pieces. Now, am I saying because he made the right choices? I can't tell you that. There's certainly some grace in everything. I think in life, there's three things. There's our ability to choose what we're focused on, to commit, to get a result, to put all our intention and focus into something. There's our ability to do the right things, to have the right strategy, to execute. And then there's some grace. There's what some people call luck, some people call grace. There's if you do the right things over and over again and with total focus, sometimes, you get good fortune that comes your way. And you tend to have more good fortune when you're totally focused and decisive and you take lots of action than if you kind of just sit around and accept things like you don't have a future. But the point of the matter is, this guy turned it around. What was he like after he got through this problem? After he had his breakthrough, after he faced cancer, racing against some other guy seemed like nothing by comparison. You're not much of a competitor. I faced death. And he goes on to win Tour de France after Tour de France after Tour de France, breaking every record anyone could ever imagine. What do you do?
What was that like initially? You're 23, you're in LA, you have millions of followers. I'm sure everyone on the street knows your name because they've seen you.
It was tough because you couldn't really decipher who was really there for you, who could really be your friend, or if someone had a motive, if someone wanted something from you. It was a lot of learning experience for me, but I'm really glad that I was able to learn it, because now I can pass this knowledge, and that's why I wrote my book. And I wanted to make sure that my followers knew that, you have to take that leap of faith if you want to be an entrepreneur. And part of being an entrepreneur is also being a creator, and you have to create new ideas and take that risk.
And you were doing it
decades ago, half a century ago almost now, and someone says to you, go to the back of the bus, and you're African American. One woman just decided, you know what, you can't take my dignity from me. I can only give that up, and I don't choose to give it up, and I will not go back to the bus. The answer is no. And Rosa Parks changed an entire society, because that day she chose to focus on something else. She gave it a different meaning. This is not a command. You do not have control over me, and she decided to fight. And she changed the direction of a country and of many other countries. She started something. We forget that you don't have to be famous to have the ability to change at least your own personal history, to change the direction we go in our life. We have the power to choose, even if you haven't before. You can finally say, no more, I won't put up with that, within myself or from anybody else. And here's what I'm going to do differently. That's where the breakthroughs really start to happen. Now the question is, why do some people stand their ground and make something change versus other people just kind of accept things? Why do some people make bold decisions and other people make decisions that are based on trying to hang on to what they've got?
60 as well. You weren't just the woman putting the makeup on, you were editing, you were writing. You were the 360 package.
Yeah, I was the one-woman studio. I shot everything myself, edit, and I still do to this day. I'm very hands-on with my editing and with my filming and my lighting. And I believe you should be. If you're creating art, you should have your hands on the art and not just leave it to a production crew.
You could go back. Billions of people around the globe are glued to Michelle's how-to makeup videos. But 4 years ago, she decided to bring her tutorials to life and she launched a subscription cosmetics company called Ipsy, where customers fill out a survey based on their beauty needs and get a bag of Michelle's favorite kinds of makeup every month. Now the company has over 1 million subscribers and is expected to generate over $100 million in sales this year. Jennifer Goldfarb is the president and co-founder of Ipsy, and before joining Michelle's team, she was vice president of corporate strategy for Bare Essentials. Jennifer.
So what I want to talk to you about today for this brief little session is how to break through a crisis. Crises happen, whatever type of crises you go through in your life, and I know you've had many, when we make some choices unconsciously and we get consequences. And we make them unconsciously because we're trying to get what we want. We don't really know what we value most. We don't know what we need. And we find ourselves waking up one day and going, why is my life this way? It's kind of like life is always calling to us to constantly grow and improve. If you're going to look at what's going to make life work, it's really simple. What makes people happy is progress.